Hello everyone, today we have been joined by Mr. Therie. He's the president of Nagaland Congress Committee, which is the state unit of the Congress party here in Nagaland. So we are going to talk about lots of issues and challenges that are coming in the state, which are related to next upcoming election in 2023, and as well as in the backdrop of Naga political issue, and at the same time touching upon the Congress president election, which is ongoing at this time. So, sir, thanks for joining me for this conversation.
Welcome.
So, I would like to know, first of all, what went so wrong with the Congress party here in Nagaland that Congress had not been in power for the last 2 decades, while Congress was ruling from 1982 until 2003. So, it was like a gigantic party which could not be defeated as imagined by people. So, what do you think what did you think go so wrong in this the last 2 decades?
We had some differences between Dr. Jami, who was also Chief Minister, and PCC President that time. Mm-hmm. We, as a cabinet colleague, were functioning together. Okay. When he wrote The Bedrock of Naga Society, we had little differences in matter of Naga political problem, wherein he said that the political movement has come to a dead end. Mm-hmm. Our differences was that we say no, since the negotiations are in progress, we should continue to see that some progress are made and some conclusions are met favorably. Mm-hmm. So this was the difference, and we fought among ourselves. That let us down. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So while he was on a different opinion, you, along with the other party leaders, were on the other side.
Yes.
So that means your party was not in touch with, with the ground reality, or with not really in touch with the pulse of the people.
No, you see, we expected political solution to come to some noble conclusion. Mm-hmm. So we were expecting for quite some time, but it is now over 20 years, 25 years. But before that, what has happened was that when the negotiation was on, time and again there have been assurance. So we said, okay, if we can, and they have been also criticized in the 16-point agreement and Article 371A. Mm-hmm. I said, okay, if we can improve or bring better than Article 16-point agreement and 371A. Mm-hmm. We welcome. But if you cannot bring better than Article 371A or otherwise 16-point agreement, we should appreciate. But in the present situation, when you look at the framework agreement,
yes,
it says only 3 things. The interpretation made by the Parliamentary Standing Committee of Home Affairs. Yeah. It says settlement will be within Federal Union of India, okay. Number 1. Okay. Number 2, interstate boundaries shall not be changed. And the third thing is they have recommended for generous economic package. Mm-hmm. Now, if it is within Indian Union, then question of sovereignty does not arise. Mm-hmm. If interstate boundaries are not going to be changed, then integration issue is also gone. Yeah. I say, well, if this is the agreement proposed by them, and we have no objection. And I have no comment for the Manipur as well as the Arunachal.
But if I point out something there, I think when you look at your opposition, which is the NDPP and NPF party conglomeration, yeah, they're so much vocal about for the Nagas of other states like Arunachal, Assam, Manipur. Don't you think those voice from their side could be one of the reasons why people keep voting for them?
Yes, but are they talking something within their power? No, isn't they? Yeah. They don't have control over Manipur, neither Arunachal, neither me. Yeah. I can speak for Nagas of Nagaland. Yeah. So they should also understand their own position, even if they want to talk, because we are functioning under the Constitution of India. Okay. And we are functioning under the state lease.
Exactly. Logically, you are right. But don't you think it will have some repercussions in the upcoming election if you take a stand that only for Nagaland Nagas I will speak about this?
I will stand for the Nagaland only.
Okay.
I have no reason why I should stand for others. They are to worry about themselves.
Yeah.
You see, when they have their own representation in the State Assembly of Manipur and Arunachal, they have elected their own representative.
True.
I think the true representative are the elected members, isn't it?
Yes, in a democracy.
As a political party, I don't have MLA. But as a political party, I have a feeling for the people. And then as a registered political party, and having members in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha,
Yes.
I feel what I need to be projected to the people, because we are worried for our future, our children.
Yeah. Yeah. So now related to that also at the same time, does Dr. S. Jamir play still any role in your party or any influence in the party?
He is my political affairs committee member. He
Okay.
did advise in almost all the important issues and also on the strategies we decide.
Okay. But is there any chance of having that difference of opinions like in 2003?
No, we all agree now, because he also has agreed if anybody can improve Article 371A and 16-point agreement, he has no objection.
Okay.
That is where we have come together again.
Okay. Now, if I point out one thing, when I had a conversation with the current Rajya Sabha MP, Mrs. Konyak, we had a conversation, and she also threw her opinion saying that the Congress party, especially led by you, has lost the relevance, and people don't buy their opinion anymore. Which, I feel that the zero member in the Nagaland Legislative Assembly at this time made her definitely state like that, because having a zero representative assembly,
Yes.
so that is also some kind of proof or some sort of evidence that maybe people are not buying their opinion anymore. So what do you think on that? Do you still have hope in the upcoming election?
We have. Why we cannot change? We can change. People, if you want or people want to change, they have to decide on the election manifestos.
Okay.
Election manifestos are some commitment
Absolutely.
given to the people.
Yes.
If you don't implement the commitment, then you can throw them out. So people should vote on the basis of election manifestos.
Exactly. I think.
Then only we can change. Otherwise, you elect some people. A village council decides some people
Yeah.
to be a candidate without election manifesto,
Yeah.
without any commitment.
Yeah.
Because this fellow has a corrupt money.
True.
Then what he will do is he will corrupt again, that's all.
That vicious cycle.
So,
yeah.
if our people want change, then it has to be, people have to vote for election on the basis of election manifesto.
Okay.
Then only we can change.
True.
Otherwise, electing a good person without commitment is marrying without a commitment.
Okay. So what will be in your manifesto for 2023 elections? What are the things that you want to sell into the state of voters?
Our commitment is we will settle the solution. Nobody can stop us.
Okay.
If you want to settle, we'll say, Prime Minister, you have already had a solution you have announced. We want to settle now.
Okay.
And I'll give you 100% support in the implementation. Prime Minister cannot stop me. Because that belongs to me and I have the mandate. If NIPU says that, Prime Minister cannot say no. But if NIPU doesn't want to say that, then Prime Minister cannot come and sit here in Nagaland and then implement.
Then you think the NIPU should have said that from before?
Yes.
Please implement.
Had he said, okay, the solution you have given, I will implement. I will means he has the force of 40,000 police and also military in his aid. So he can implement.
Okay.
But if he doesn't say that, Prime Minister cannot come and sit down, or Home Minister cannot come and sit down here in Nagaland and then do the implementation. That is why we have not been able to achieve that solution.
Okay, why do you think Nephew has not have the courage to say that, to bring that settlement in Nagaland?
He's winning. What is the objective? He has no commitment. He has nothing. He wins the support of with some of this insurgent organizations. So he wanted to win and struggle, strive, and then fish out of troubled water. That is the only thing. He is not talking anything about Naga people. Frontier Nagaland state, there is a demand openly.
Yes.
11 years ago, all the ANGs, all the village council chairmen were met to sign, and then memorandum was taken to Delhi. He paid the travel expense of 3 lakh.
Okay.
Does that show that he has love for the people of Nagaland, for the state? He doesn't mind splitting it. I think it's high time Nagaland people should realize it should be the duty of the Prime Minister, the Chief Minister, to keep the state together. And I find the reason why Frontier Nagaland demand is there, why CNTC has come, why Therie, all these organizations have come, is because of political bias. There is injustice, there is inequality, there is backdoor bias and nepotism in the practices. Now the haves and have-nots. Our people, our villagers are left to agriculture. They don't get any facility. Fund doesn't percolate down to the district anymore. It vanishes in Kohima. 23,000 crores is the budget. Do you think any district has received any money? Not a person. So everything is going in, malfunctioning. If you look in the government organization, Nagaland Public Service Commission chairman should be an outsider of an equivalent of chief secretary, so that he can make complete neutrality.
I see.
Lokayota should have been some people from the either Supreme Court or High Court. It should have been the chairman. Now Nagaland Service Selection Board should also be some people from outside to maintain complete neutrality. And political leaders are not supposed to be in that committee and these boards. Because we don't have that now, the complete bias, nepotism.
So is there some sort of promise that if ever Congress comes to power, you are going to look into all this and make it very neutral and transparent?
Yes, that is the responsibility of the state government. We have to set it fresh altogether so that complete justice and equality are maintained. And there only our people will get satisfaction.
So
this is what we believe.
Okay, so how many candidates are going to place in this upcoming election?
Now, as of now, we can't say immediately. About total candidates intending are about near about 200 now.
Really? Like for the 60 seats?
Like in 60 constituency, about 200 candidates are intending.
Okay, so they're like asking for a ticket, intending.
So 60 will be selected by the BJP and Alliance. That means NDPP and BJP, and the remaining will be either will be contesting from Congress or some other seats.
What do you
I'm
mean?
not short of candidate.
Yeah,
if I want to set up candidate for all the 60,
form the
I'm not
Congress.
short.
Yeah. So you're not sure how many candidates you're going to place as of now?
As of now, my decision is about 40 to 45.
Okay.
If BJP can be defeated by another person, I may not like to set up candidate. If NDPP can be defeated by another person, I don't like to set up candidate to disturb that.
Okay. But there is no alternative to defeat this both parties. Congress is the only alternative.
My objective is to defeat BJP and Alliance.
Okay.
So, if you can be a candidate, defeat BJP and Alliance, I will set you free. Otherwise, there is no dearth of candidate now in all the constituencies.
Okay. So do you have chance of winning at least, better performance in the upcoming election?
Now, what is the merit of Mr. Rio to be returned? Why I should not be elected? Why our Congress members should not be elected? What is my demerit? Let the people tell me.
Yeah.
What is the merit of Mr. Rio? After seeing him 20 years, you are now going back to 40 years backward.
I think you might be thinking very clearly, and it must be very crystal clear to you why is the demerit of Mr. Therie that Rio has to continue ruling. But in the eyes of the voter, they may not be seeing that, the merits of yours. So how do you think you will, let people know about it?
People may not see my merit because I did not perform. I had no opportunity to perform. But we have given 20 years opportunity to Mr. Rio, and we have no road, we have no power supply, we have no water supply. We have all our school buildings are collapsing. Health-wise, nobody is insured excepting government employees. I don't think you have insurance, health insurance. I've seen so many patients in the Delhi, Bangalore, or to Vellore, Calcutta, all helpless. Nobody is getting aid from government excepting government employees. But in Arunachal or Mizoram or Meghalaya or any other state, everybody is covered under health insurance. You don't have a problem in transplanting kidney, heart, or any other terminal sickness. Also, they take care. But our people are left to die. Many villages don't have that insurance.
Okay. Now that the National Congress President election is going to happen on the 17th of October, and Mr. Kharge and Mr. Tharoor, they are head-to-head to get this position. Well, Kharge looks like the official candidate he seems to be the official candidate from the Congress party, whereas Mr. Tharoor is standing up against the normal or the traditional way of the party functioning. So it's going to be a very big call for the state of Nagaland also to whom the vote should be given to.
We are forbidden to comment in favor of anybody as a party president or otherwise. Of course, merit and demerit of both have the candidate. Both the candidates have merit and demerit.
Absolutely.
Charisma, dynamism, experience, and all this. Shashi Tharoor also has a lot of charisma, dynamism. Yon can move around everywhere. But his shortcoming will be only about the experience in the party functioning.
Organizational experience, yes.
But young generations are looking at him.
Very much.
Now, Mr. Kharge is one very senior leader, 80 years. I think he was elected 9 times in the Lok Sabha and also in the State Assembly for 1 or 2 times. Was a state minister, then in the Parliament, union minister, then opposition leader, and also had been in the organization. So and their wishes will be always taken as one of the advice by either Shashi Tharoor or Kharge. So the Congress culture will continue.
Congress culture will continue. However, like you said, the young people have a lot of more admiration for Mr. Shashi Tharoor.
True.
So I think it's, if I were to think as an internal person from the Congress, I think it'll be very nice to have that icon, because Indians normally are followers of people. They look at the person, the figure of a person, and they give votes normally. So, and when you look at the population, more than 50% of Indian population is made up of the young people. So I feel that as a party, it'll be very wise of the party to project someone whom the young people admire. So I'm sure you know better about it. So because that's your party and you have been associating with it for so long. So I wish.
No, I do agree. Every young generation has that feeling.
Yes.
I do agree.
And
Shashi Tharoor is that way one of the best orator, and
absolutely,
had lot of capacity.
absolutely, absolutely. Who is Kharge? Because if you go and ask around young people, many would not know who is Mr. Kharge.
Yeah,
But just pick out Mr. Shashi Tharoor's name, almost everyone will know about him.
yeah. One thing, Kharge will not make a mistake.
Mm.
And 80 years old,
Yeah.
can't make a mistake. That is the only thing.
With his experience, extensive years of
Yeah.
experience and the wisdom that he has in the party, no doubt about his credibility in the party. However, if you really have to woo the voters, that has to be someone else more than Mr. Kharge. That's my opinion. So, thanks for giving us this time, and I wish you all the best for the upcoming election and for the party as well as for the upcoming president election as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we'll continue the conversation as the time comes.
Thank you.
Thank